Hello, fellow hunters. Straight to the point. Monster Hunter Outlanders have revealed their endgame weapons system. The Apex weapons. It is pretty simple to understand. An Apex weapon is just one forged by hunting powerful enemies like Elder Dragons. Right now in the closed beta, the only powerful monster is Kushala Daora, but soon also will include Nergigante, who was available at the second closed beta. Each weapon class has its own version, and each feature a different passive effect that is particular to the weapon type. So for example, the greatsword has improved draw and charged attacks, while the longsword buffs your attacks every time you gain spirit. These effects are only available for certain hunts, so they don't totally ruin the balance of the game. The hunts are fighting the Apex monsters themselves, or other Lime-limited special events of which we don't have any examples yet. Even without their passive effect, they are still the heaviest hitting weapons in the current beta. My Kushala Lance has more raw attack than Odogaron's, which is a pure elementless weapon, so it is insane. Furthermore, these weapons can be upgraded to gain even more element and attack and passive effects. You may upgrade an Apex weapon up to 5 times, and at each level, you have the option to pick one of 3 buffs that also seems only active against Apex monsters. The options seem predefined, and I'm grateful you don't have to rely on randomness for this. This being said, they also say that once you fully upgrade the weapons, you may try to re-roll all the passives at random for optimization, but I love at least being able to have a good baseline of passive instead of having to roll a good one. The only catch of these weapons is that they have one element available. Like here, every Kushala weapon uses the water element. I wonder why they have picked water for Kushala, since he is associated with ice. I only can guess they are going to release an ice monster like Velkhana, and they don't want to have 2 of the same type. To craft and upgrade the Apex weapons, you need to use special limited materials. There are rare gems that I only have been able to get through one-time rewards, although maybe it could be a rare carve and then 2 types of white crystals. One of those is very limited since you only can get 3 rewards each week. There are some other rewards for them, but once again, are one-time stuff. Since this applies to all players and the weapons are already more broken than anything else in the game, I'm kinda okay with the system. The other type can be obtained by completing challenges that rotate every day. There are 3 difficulties and includes things like dealing a certain amount of damage, not carting or completing several hunts in a row. The Kushala fight itself, I feel, is pretty easy since you can bring your party of adventurers using the awful bots or having to recruit people. There is one SR character who is specialized on flash bombs, being able to have up to 3 ready that keeps Kushala grounded and debuff the winds, so it has become pretty easy to farm. Beating Kushala also allows you to carve him and craft its armor that includes the passive skill to make you immune to the wind effects. Little more to say about these weapons. My opinion is that I don't like when only one type of weapon becomes viable. I already have that huge gripe with Gogma weapons in Monster Hunter Wilds and had the same complaint in Monster Hunter Rise with Rampage weapons and Base World with Kolve, Safi, and Fatalis weapons. Still, I appreciate that this system will give you options for each element and weapon type. I wonder what is going to happen with gun lances in this game where the type is important, and also weapons like Hunting Horn, where the songs attached can have a bigger impact than the stats of the weapon itself. I also like that there doesn't seem to be anything to accelerate to grab these weapons with the Rudicoins that are the premium currency of the game. Pay-to-win players will not hold a significant advantage here, but this may change on the full release. What do you think about Apex weapons? Let's tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the hunt.